Good morning. It is Saturday the 20th of November 2021 at about 6 in the morning, and you join me walking through the streets of Exeter. Now, why am I walking through the streets of Exeter at such an ungodly hour of the morning? Well, it's because today I'm going to be riding the first ever regular passenger service on the Dartmoor Line since 1973. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So my train will start its journey out of Exeter by running up the existing Barnstaple line, stopping at Crediton and Newton St Sires by request at certain times of day, skipping Yeoford, then splitting off onto the new line towards Okehampton, where the train terminates, although the line used to run a lot further. For now, the line runs a 2-hourly service, although the plan is to increase that to hourly as of next year. So this is my train. It's actually hill ready, which I wasn't expecting, but if you actually look, it has a little plaque on the front of it because of it being the Dartmoor line. Again, my glasses are steaming up. This is what happens when I get excited, apparently. This is the train that's going to take us to Okehampton. And on board. It's not quite as busy as I was expecting it to be, although maybe we're waiting for more people to turn up. Yeah, it's just really good. I'm loving this. Buzz, buzz. Off we go. A couple of minutes late.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Exeter service from Exeter to Okehampton after a small gap for 49 years, 170 pounds. I'm delighted to therefore welcome you to this first train to Exeter and Okehampton regular services for many, many years.
Oh, step. Here we are at Crediton. So this isn't one of the new stations, this is just sort of on the existing line, and then shortly after we'll branch off onto the new branch line to Okehampton. But yeah, this is Crediton Station. Did you hear that? They're honking the horn. Hopefully the microphone picked that up. As we're pulling into the station, you can hear the driver going burp, burp, burp. There's a band! Yay! There is quite literally a fanfare. Look at that. Hold on. That's fantastic. There's a TV crew here. Oh my goodness, a performance. We're getting a performance.
Barnaby boys at the Chattanooga Choo-Choo, yeah, yeah. Track 29, well you can give me a shine. It's a very good shine. I can afford to board the Chattanooga Choo-Choo. Ooh, ooh, I've got my fare and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Okehampton Station about 4:15. Relief for magazines, just look to the mall. Nothing you'll be finer, lucky for the runner. Relax, enjoy the ride on the Dartmoor Line, yeah. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Exeter is not very far. Travel on the going, gotta keep it rolling. Ooh, Exeter, there you are. Sca-da-da-da,
I'll be coming back to like look at all this stuff later. Just for now, like I need to get back on the train, but I will have a thorough look at the station later. Look at this, isn't this all so exciting? I'm going to go and get back on now. As we pulled out of Okehampton Station with everyone waving us out, I found myself sat opposite Bob Deed, who is leader of Mid Devon District Council and has been heavily involved in the campaign to reopen the line. Let's hear what he has to say.
Well, it's taken some 10 years. Obviously, it needed a large amount of money. The government decided not so long ago that it would put 40 million into bringing this back to life. It came in under budget. In terms of my view, is that it's the beginning to start the replacement of the old London and South Western Railway line from Exeter St Davids to Plymouth, which will have a huge boost to the economy of North Cornwall and North Devon, because at the moment there's very sparsely served by rail, and in fact the only other service in the district basically is to Barnstaple, which is of course far to the north of us here. And ultimately this will be a diversionary line, and I stress the word diversionary. It's not to take over the Dornish line.
It's going to be just a double traffic.
I know. It's just to be here should it be needed, and not to cut off Plymouth and Cornwall. I also am looking forward to reviving some of the original workings from London Waterloo through to Okehampton, because that was the natural service, and many people in from Okehampton through Crediton and the other villages were brought up on a service to London Waterloo as opposed to Paddington. And what it does do is it creates hopefully a seamless travel from Okehampton and Crediton through perhaps to Okehampton on the shorts regularly through the day, and an easy transfer to a London train. So it's the beginning, and it's a brilliant beginning. The track itself was of course completely reassessed and rebuilt. I think I'm correct in saying there was 29,000 tonnes of ballast.
That's a lot, yeah.
It is a lot. But of course the track bed was always a very firm track bed, in that you used to take the heaviest of locomotives on London and South Western, the Merchant Navy class, and so therefore there is a sound base. So I don't think they came across too many substantive problems when putting the track bed back together again. There's the potential for a parkway station adjacent to the road coming in from the A30. That would be brilliant in terms of it would take traffic from North Devon and North Cornwall, especially that which comes into Exeter on a regular basis, and that would ease the road congestion coming into Exeter. And obviously with the expanding network within Exeter of new stations, Marsh Barton is the next one I think that's coming up, then we can have many more people on the rail rather than on the roads.
Did you say you were working on getting other lines open as well?
No,
what are your sort
not
of
other
plans for the
lines.
future?
There's a station at Columpton, which is within my district.
Okay.
And there's a station at Wellington, that's between Tiverton Parkway and Taunton. And myself and another councillor, going back 7 or 8 years, started up a committee for Columpton. It's blossomed. We have not only all the local authorities, but the county authorities involved, and British Rail, and we have just been given by government £5 million to go to the next stage in the rail process. Now that 5 million is for nothing on the ground. It's towards the costs of putting a paper together with all of the experts, with their input, to say, yeah, this is a good case. I am hopeful that in 2024 we might be saying, Okehampton's going to be opening very shortly.
Yeah.
We've got a new garden village planned for Okehampton, Cotton Garden Village, with 5,000 new homes and a lot of other development. So we feel it's essential to get a station
absolutely.
into Okehampton.
Yeah, no, because otherwise all those people bedding sort of having
They're
to
being
drive
their cars
everywhere
going
and
down
stuff.
motorway
Yeah,
on a junction that doesn't work.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Transit-oriented development, isn't it? So, as promised, later on in the day, I took another trip out of Exeter and up to Okehampton to have a look at it in daylight. It's currently about 10:15. The train leaves at 11:15, so I'm going to wait around for half an hour, and yeah, I'll let you know when I get to Okehampton. So here we are, back at Okehampton Station. Now, one thing I noticed actually during the journey here is that there were, I think Sky News was on, and they were sort of filming the train and actually sort of discussing, there's this almost bittersweet feeling that on the one hand this community has got its railway back, which is amazing news, but on the other hand there's countless other communities who've just had their railways effectively stripped away, the promises for the eastern leg of HS2 and things like that. I just find it interesting the way that the news stations were on sort of talking about that, so you know.
Restoring this line was no easy task. Bridges had to be repaired, new track had to be laid, and nearly half a century's worth of vegetation and undergrowth cleared. But coming in the very same week, the government announced it was scrapping the eastern leg of HS2 and downgrading other rail plans in the north of England. There may well be many people in that part of the country wondering why this line got to go ahead.
So this side where I am now is sort of the side where all the trains go from and all the main action is, but over the little footbridge there is another platform that has like a museum and all sorts of stuff, so we're going to take a look at that now. So the disused platform 1, you can see the tracks literally don't even go anywhere. Around here there is a youth hostel, which is pretty cool, as well as a car park and stuff for those of you who may need it. There we go. So here you can see on platform 2 we have light refreshments, a shop, museum, outdoor seating, all sorts of interesting things like that. So I took a brief look within the shop, glanced at the cafe before deciding it was too busy. It's quite busy in there, I think I'll leave it for a bit. As well as having a quick look around the museum. So various different news articles and stuff about the history of the line. All good stuff. So, thank you for joining me on my journey along the Dartmoor Line to Okehampton. If you enjoyed, you know how it works, you can leave a like or subscribe or whatever. It's up to you. But I am going to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!